Hi, this is Joseph. This is a performance update for the Forex Automated Trade Signals service. It is Monday. It's July 2nd. The stock market is officially closed here in the United States. I wanted to show you a quick update. I'll show you a couple of different trades. So there was two trades total today. There was one on the euro dollar and then one on the dollar Canadian. And they were relatively quick. Normally I don't scalp. These were not scalping trades. They definitely gave me a signal with the point and figure, but the targets were very, very close, and there really wasn't any other opportunity. And I wanted to bring that to your attention by showing you the pound here. So this is the pound futures, and for the most part, things have just been going sideways. This is a 30-minute time frame, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And you can see here on Friday we had a great opportunity after it approached that resistance point and then reversed and rolled right over. For those of you that are trying to follow along with my trading system, I'm basically counting the waves as I see activity going into specific or key levels of support or resistance. In this case, an area of resistance. I'm trying to determine, is it a short-term phase of accumulation or distribution, depending on which direction I'm going to trade it in. And then I look for the setup and the point and figure entry on the point and figure charts. So at this point here, as I see, volume and the candles and the trend kind of moving right into this resistance area, I'm looking for clues that this is likely to be some kind of a reversal. One of my primary strategies is to trade reversals. The other is to trade breakouts and then retests of those breakout levels. You see that happen quite a bit. So again, that would be like a bounce or a short-term reversal, similar. It would look something like this. So if we had a breakout here, we would see price pull back, test, and then bounce off of that level, and then the trend would resume in the direction of the breakout. So the same thing here for the most part. You get the test up here at resistance. You want to confirm that it's actually going to be coming down lower and that it's actually going to produce a move that's sustainable, that's going to produce profits, so that I'm not going in and just grabbing 3, 4, 5 pips because I don't know where it's going to go. I have to have a specific take profit target with every single one of these trades. So Friday was a good day. There was plenty of opportunity here to not just to have to get into the trade quickly, but it was a matter of just managing the position and waiting for it to just run right into its take profit target. So there was nothing wrong with that one, but this is very different. You can see that the activity since the market opened and since the New York session. Let me bring you over here to the New York session. So this is the start of the New York session. We see it roll right back up again, and at this point it doesn't give me an opportunity to really go long, and it doesn't give me really an opportunity to short it. I would short it on a second phase here or a second test, and it really wasn't that sustainable. It was very different here on the pound than what I saw on the euro and the dollar Canadian. So the dollar Canadian was a very short-term time frame, again 30-minute or 15-minute time frame setup. Let me go over here to the euro dollar. So no losses. I haven't had any losses in a few months. Again, it doesn't guarantee that I'm never going to have a loss. I know that I'm going to have a loss at some point, but it's relatively easy to earn back that loss. I can always earn back the loss on the very next trade, and my losses are very, very small. Sometimes they'll be maybe 15 pips, sometimes 17 pips, at the most probably 25, 27 pips. I mean, I don't have these open-ended stop losses the way a lot of other services out there do. I know I get it because a lot of my new subscribers will tell me that they use these other services, and some of these other services are using like 100, 150, or 250 pip stop losses. That's what they're assuming because they don't even see a stop loss entered in with the trade. They're just hoping whoever these traders are or this black box automated system, they're just waiting until, if at some point in the future the trade goes positive. If you're working with a company like that or a service like that, get away from them. It's only a matter of time before they blow up your trading account. That's not a very effective strategy. The only time I experience a loss is if I miscalculate something. That's it. I sit and I wait for these opportunities to set up. I will wait for hours and hours and hours. I'm a very, very patient trader. I want every one of these trades to win because these trades are going into my own personal account and for my investors in a private managed fund that I started back in 2005. Now, if you're using the trade copier, you're going to get basically the same results. So I know it's going to have an impact on your bottom line whenever I execute these trades, and I'm always looking for a winning trade. I won't mess around. I won't jump into the market just for the sake of having a trade because I'm bored. I've been doing this since 2001, and I did that a long time ago, but I don't do that anymore, and it's just not the way to effectively and consistently grow a trading account. So you can see here, there's a slight difference here. There was a real quick opportunity this morning after the New York session, as we approach the New York session, after the London session, to scalp this one. I'm going to refer to it as a scalp if it's like 10 pips, 12 pips, 15 pips, but it was relatively easy, and this one, in my opinion, was safer to trade than the pound dollar at that time, and then, of course, the dollar Canadian. So again, two trades, both winning trades, no losses. I haven't had any losses in a long time. I don't know if I'm going to get an opportunity to trade let me go back over to the pound dollar. the pound dollar, I would assume, when we see it going sideways like this, it usually gives us an opportunity. It may take a little while, but again, sometimes we see those days or those weeks where it just goes sideways for 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And then that's the other advantage, is that my trading system allows me to trade breakouts. So I'm trading breakouts similar to what I showed you here. So there's a range of consolidation. If it's in an upward move or uptrend, let's say it's an area of reaccumulation, and then it'll break out, retest, and give me an entry on my point and figure to trade it, and then I've got specific targets before it stalls and slows down. Very often, a lot of traders, inexperienced traders, will either just scalp it because it's moving and giving them some profitability, and they're happy to take whatever. Again, I calculate these take profit levels very, very carefully. I use my point and figure charts. I'm making sure that before I even get into a trade on a point and figure, that I'm analyzing and counting the waves just like this to look for this divergence here between volume. That whole demand, the supply and demand, that whole concept is right here in the charts. You can see it every single time, and then point and figure is going to give me a more accurate reading as far as where to get in and then where to take those profits. Because again, a lot of people, when they just don't know how or where to close out the trade, they end up holding on too long and they give back all profits. I don't do that. There's no reason to do that. Point and figure keeps me away from making those mistakes. And I've been using point and figure for a long time. So in each one of the trades that you're going to get from me through the use of that trade copier, you know that I'm calculating it just like this with the candlestick or bar chart, using volume, counting the waves, and then pinpointing my entry with point and figure, and then having a very precise take profit target. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you had a good trading day.